My brother and I came from a broken home. Our mom divorced our father when I was 7 years old and remarried shortly thereafter. She largely raised us since her new husband didn't want anything to do with us. He provided food and shelter and clothing, but beyond that, we were on our own. Our biological dad was bouncing between jobs, focused on his own pursuits, and caused a lot of pain for us. Our mom did what she could to protect us from our dad and her husband. You see, my dad grew up neglected and abused. My grandfather was a successful businessman, but he failed miserably at what mattered most. The lives of his kids were full of pain from neglect and lack of love, and they all struggled in various ways to make it through life. I guess my dad just did what he knew and passed along that pain to his kids. My mom grew up in a tough environment also. Her dad wasn't there for her or her siblings either. Their mom, my grandmother, raised them. Neither my mom or dad had a strong relationship with their dad, but I know they wanted their dad's approval and love more than anything in this world. The unfortunate consequence of all this, for me, was a young man full of fear, insecurity, and desperately needing direction. I needed a dad, and I didn't have one. I came to realize that I indeed had a heavenly Father that loved me, and because of that, I could become a husband and father that could also love in that way that He loved me. So at 27 years old, I got married to my wonderful wife, Alexa. We've been married 10 years now, and we have 3 children. And we were looking at how we're going to raise those kids in a Christian home and void of the pain and suffering that I had experienced as a child. And we started attending a Bible church, and a lot of the fears that I started surfacing from my childhood of the insecurity and the fear of not having a father in my life, and I didn't want that same pain and suffering to be imparted on my children. But I looked at myself and I wanted to protect them from that, but I wasn't equipped to do that because I didn't have the tools. But as we started attending the Bible church and God started pouring into us, He started doing a work in us, and in me in particular. I started attending a men's Bible study that allowed me to get some of those tools. And despite all the pain that I've gone through, I'm thankful that God came into my life when He did and allowed me to be the father that He called me to be.